Ah, ta-ta-da! Getting on the spaceship, seeing all that light. Although it's not in daytime, and the ship she leaves at night, because that's when all the shutters are open on the right angle, so we can get off the ground. What time do they leave at Cape Canaveral? And every single time, has anybody ever tracked the spaceship? We have satellites, we have cameras, we have telescopes that see millions of miles. Has anybody followed, one of the shuttles? If the satellites are only 300 miles in the air and we can pick them up with Google Satellite, why can't we see a plane with the numbers right on it? What are the coordinates needed actually to see? Where is the best place to place a telescope at night, and how does a telescope work during the day? God divided the day and the night, my friends. Let me show you how God divides the day and the night. Little package here. You take it out, and there you go. Let's say this was the night and this was the day. How would I know? Well, it's pretty simple. There you go. This is Canada. It's during the day. But down in the Middle East, it's 7 hours later. So we figure it took 7 hours to get from here to here. Is that one of the reasons for the seventh gate, a new addition? Not only, I think it falls on chance after Oriental Avenue, 3 before the corner of visiting or mastered that you are in jail. Where are you? I am in jail. You stink. Because if I was French and I said jail, someone would hear ale, it's beer. The other one would say Jack, and it's garlic. Because garlic in French is A-I-L. Is the ailment. So then how do we go day and night? Let's really divide the day and the night. Now we're going to divide the day and the night. How are we going to do this? We're going to have to find something to divide it with for a reason. I found something to divide the day and the night. A little rainbow. Little rainbow. How is everybody out there? You okay today? Did the day go good? No? Not a good day? Well, you know what? We have to become a little bit more in control of our interior emotions and our exterior actions based on the thoughts we have, because of we are in this emotional state right now. Whichever state that is, you still have to know. It's easier not to think, to stay in a good mood, than to trying to cheer yourself up all the time. That means you already know you're not in a good mood. So here we go, and this is the way the day and the night works. This is the day and the night. You see it's got a half a moon on this side, half a moon on this side. It moves. Did you notice the center? That's freedom 55. That's the energy, that comes like this. It's the energy that comes down. Do you see it? Do you see the energy coming down? Comes down through here. It penetrates right through our earth. Do you know why? Because we don't seem to notice. It is so slick the way it moves, It takes longer through the earth than it does in the oceans. But when she goes into the ocean, she travels. And she travels a different route for every fish there is. It's almost like a pregnancy between the spirit coming deep into the core of this earth and the fish that swims by and leaves his little fish dust off. You saw Tinkerbell was able to help the children fly when they went on Peter Pan. One spirit of 6 islands, of one spirit of 6 islands. And who was there? Captain Jack Sparrow. Captain Hook. A hook is a jack, my friends. They hooked one island. And they hooked the other island. And now you have number 6 over here and number 4 over here. They're both living in a fishbowl inside of here. They come together as the half moons, the day and the night. What goes this way, the other one goes this way. You want to know why pi doesn't work? 1, 2, and I'm the one in the middle. Whatever happens this way happens this way. This is what pi is all about. And because I'm moving around all about, my heart's still beating and my faith is still going up inside the matrix system. The difference in time, sort of like in pi, is always changing. So is your future. Your past has been made, but your thoughts of your past will always change in the future. Saying that it's not that your past that changed, but the future that's coming is based on yesterday, which already arrived today, and your first action was. And pi keeps on rolling. But I don't think pi works that way. Although it does have the counterbalance on this side, which will bring it to an actual, if you want, 10-10 world, or 1-5 is omega, 1 to 5 is the angels, A, H, J, K, R, a joker is what it says, or is in the E world with N, with M, N. Both the E starts first before the M, before the N. Now, if we reduce that to the 10 world, okay, where the N is the 14th letter, remove the 1 in the front, and we'll say D. We'll put ND. Second world. Did you see what I did? All I did is, like if you say S, another letter where the E is before, because in order to have the spirit or the soul, you have to be in this world. This is in the world, in the middle of the two worlds. That's why I'm saying we have to be on Jupiter, or just beside Jupiter in a planet that doesn't even exist. That's why I'm so excited about this dwarf planet, and I'm so excited about Nibiru, because when I played poker many, many years ago, this is the image. 7 years ago, I put down these 3 planets, and I said, this is my destiny. And now it's happening 7 years later. But let me tell you, 9 years before that, I was afraid of everything in life, because I saw death as a dark hole. And the minute I reduced that dark hole to no hole at all, and I saw the light at the end of the tunnel that shines brighter and deeper into anybody's heart, that enlightens the mind and the soul of a living being, is to know, have the knowledge that there is a truth out there. And you see, I see that not only is there a God, but there's this big thing, planet, coming here. He's coming here, not out of magic in the sky, but with a planet. And not only the planet, but it's like this. He keeps a clean house. Planet. Not only that, the planet, the magnet, the plan of it all is the magnetism of it all. The magnetism, the gravity pull of the earth. Granite stones. When you die. When you die. What actually happens when you die? Let me see. Let me see. I just got to keep it in my purse a little bit. There you go, my friends. You know what this goes with? This goes with the Holy Ghost of Coca-Cola. Command and create. The first one is C-O-C-A. Creation, Omega, creation, angel. C goes before A. We do not need an H in that scenario because creation, angel is the heavens. Then they put a little dot in the center saying it's the I. So coca, and then they go back to C-O again because it must repeat itself, okay, co. It's because it's a co-op, okay? It's a co, because you're not one, you're two. And La is life angel. It's the delta angel that you're connected to. And that is the Los Angeles king. This is the king's cat. This is the king's cat. They show it on the Budweiser beer. Hey man, this is my crown. If God had to give me a crown, how can we stick that thing up there? I guess glue would work the best. Hey, MrTacpans, we have an addition to the family. It's a Coca-Cola cat. So let's just jump into pi one more time before we lose the extension into Nirishkeit. Okay? Pi, 3.1415. What do you want to do? What do you want to do? Do you want to know what the 1 is? Do you want to know what the 4 is? Is that what the thing is? Is it just to find all the numbers? Even if you get the last number and pi stops. So, Don't you know what it's all about now? Or you can't figure out why it never is actually reaching the end. Because pi, as 3, says there's 3 different groups. If there's 3 groups, there's got to be 3 groups by 3 groups by 3 groups by 3 groups. And they're all changing all the time. So pi's got to follow that whole thing. When this group does this, that group does that. But the whole thing is, they're doing it all for our one life. So 3 plus our one life. In the E world, 1 and 5 omega again, okay, makes 9. 1, 3, 5. Now you ask yourself a question. The first letter and the 5th letter, that's pretty good because the 1st and the 5th and the 9th, the 5 is in between 9 and 1, and the 3, okay, is in between, what's in between the 3rd letter, the C, okay, and then the 5, you would have the G. And then you'd have the 7th inning stretch. You'd actually have the A to G in the piano. You definitely would be grounded in creation, you know. And you know what I'm starting to think? First of all, the piano, okay, has to do with 28 days in a month, okay? And then the other side has to do 25 days in a month. There are 2 different expressions, and the 25th and the 27th letter are both the letter Y, because it's the 25th letter, Z, and then sometimes Y. Because why is it sometimes Y? Because sometimes it's a Y, ZY, and then an O. And if you say it right there, you say, yo, 11, because it's coming in. On the next number, after you put an O, everybody knows after O is 1. And then you mark a 2 next to it. And then a 3 and a 4. Whoop. You had to stop at 3 because that was the in-between of the first A to E. In between is C, so you stop at C and you do the left side. Do you follow me in pi? We do a number, then we do a series of numbers. We divide up this side fairly with this side fairly, and we figure out what would go in between. What was on the sides, okay, let's say on this side was 5 and this side was 2, we'll find the in-between and put it right there. So now all 3 will be equal. So instead of having 2 dots on the outside, we'll put 1 dot in the center. And then we'll bring it down a level. When you bring it down a level, you go out 2 more. Because you always got to build that triangle for sturdy. You got to be building a triangle or a maze at the same time you're doing all this stuff. Because God built the whole thing and everything came out in formation so he can remember it in a story. He probably, God, do you want to hear this? How did creation happen? It was pretty easy. He opened up the book of Genesis. He looked at all the sticks in it, and he says, hey, yeah, that's what God did. He started in Genesis, and he started by the first word somebody wrote. Wherever that first word of truth of how God did anything, that's how he did it. Watch him do it in front of you as you read. See the letters and shapes that come out. What is next? What will he do next? Where will it go next? And what letter or number will it create? Will it create a star? Every time he finishes a series of 3, 3, and 3, it'll be a cube. And then in the cube, we can measure out the cube, give each corner a number, and go on to the next level. Level 1A, level 1B, level 1C. You know, I don't know how they do the numbering exactly, but hold on a second. Where's yeah, I have to take that off. Let me see if I can find this over here. Okay, look. Here I put the letter N. But you know what? Let me add one more. Are you still there? My public. Where's my public going? Oh, my public. Don't leave my public. Okay, thank you. Well, I'm the only one presently. I'm the only one that knows this is actually going on. I know most of you are betting on it to say, well, MrTacpans make 4 or 5 videos today. What's the odds of that, eh? I'm not here. It's not a crazy, crazy racehorse, but I'm just going to show you. Okay, look at this. We get to the letter M, N, O. Well, it's supposed to be P, Q, R, S, T. But it's not, okay? We're going to start here. Don't count 1 because 1 times 3 still remains 3. It is at the beginning of pi because it is alpha creation. He is in the center. See this line of the E in the center? That's God. On the top and on the bottom are the outside helpers. That's why he goes in, because when he goes in, he's taking the support value of the exterior. So just in MNO, you get 3.1415. Now that's the beginning of pi, okay? When I go after O, if I would go to P, okay, it would be one thing. But in this scenario, I did not. This is the number 1, okay? Everything that follows 1 is 9, because 9 and 1 makes a 10 world, the one spirit of the 9 birth. The next letter, I went to 2. Although it looks like a Z, okay, I went number 2, because we're going 0, 1, 2. And here is neutral, like in your car. Stop, neutral, you're not going, you're not stopped, you're in gear, and you're waiting. Is the light green? Is the light red? Obviously, you're not going anywhere, you're still in neutral, okay? Nu, N-U in the Greek language, look that up, okay? So this is 2, okay, that's here, 2. So you put 2 over here. Now you have 2 over here, and now 3, 1, 4, 1, 5, 9, 2 are the first digits or numbers. Then this one is number 3. Now I'm going to have to look back in my book to see the actual numbers in pi, because I'm not sure where they are. I think they're over here. And 9, 2. And the next one was 7. So let's see what we get in the next one. We can also cheat a little bit for a better understanding. Okay? Oh, I think I lost you. Oh my God. I lost you. No. 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 Oh my God. I lost the page. I can't find you guys. Oh my God. I'm back. Oh my God. This is so scary. So the next number is 7. Okay? So now let's go back. M and O. Now we change the alphabet. We go from O, we go to 1, 2, 3. Okay, but it looks like an E. The E, okay, or the 3, because we're counting at 3 to a 10-10 world, okay, is 7. And in pi, the next number is also 7. Now we're going to go on to where we have number 4. Now watch carefully how I drew up this 4, okay? Because this 4, if it was stretched out, would actually open up to 1 and 7, or 4 is across from 6. And this is 7, which reverts back to the alphabet again. Alpha, omega, 2 eggs now. What is the zoo? The zoo is the 5-6 wolf, 6-2 world, 2009. Okay, was the end. Okay, it also says the zoo of the alpha omega egg, the 9. Okay, why did it end in 2009? Because it's A, B, C, D, E, E is in 2014 in the month of October. At the same time about a Rosh Hashanah, where it's a Yom Kippur. What's going to happen? Hey, I only read the numbers. I can't give you all the stories because you make up a story first. And I'll just add on to it after. I'll take a shot. Right? Okay. So now we got over here to 7. Now I'm going to go back, and I hope I don't lose you again. I'm going to check what the next number in pi is. And the next number is 926538. 926538. Okay. Now that we did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This one was a mistake. We did 6. You only can do 6 because A to E, 1 plus 5 equals 6. And if you check the Hebrew and a couple other alphabets, a lot of them just put letters in a row up to 6. A, B, C, D, E, F. And some of them may start with O. I don't know. You ever check out what the A, E, I, O, U, and sometimes Y is an I, and have the reason? Why is Y sometimes an I? Do you think there's an actual reason in the creation of this world that I and Y are family members? I'm going to tell you one thing. I found a lot of stuff. This whole entire thing we are doing right now on Earth, it's insane. We have to die. It's just a shame once you know about the actual truth of this matrix. It's just a shame. But there may be a new passage, because there might be a new world. In the new world of the conscience level, maybe a door will be open where you will decide when you want to leave. And maybe you'll stay a long time. And if you're not good, they take you out of this world right away. Conscience, you ain't good. You ain't acting good. It ain't my arms doing anything wrong. No way. Ain't my arms. Ain't my legs. Ain't my legs. I didn't do anything. Not me. My brain told my arms to take my legs and pick up that gun and just... Not my fault at all. Oh, it's the mind, right? And we're in the conscience world. Well, in this conscience world, your mind must mind its own business. Poof. You are no longer here. And you'll be sent off to a new world. And you go, oh, shit, I'm in this new world already? Oh, my God. That's what happens. We don't know about death. It's not a thing anymore. We just pop off to a new world just like that, depending on what our attitude is. But we can always go to a home base. So anyways, we have that thing in pi. In fact, I had it on the... I wanted to go down and just get off of pi. I just wanted to finish off that. When you write 1, 2, 3 looks like an E. 4 looks like L and 1. If you put it together, it's a 4. Otherwise, it's the 13th letter, which is M, and a 1. It depends what you want to call this, but this 2 is an L. They're both L's. One L and the other L. This 4 actually says 6. And you know why? I'll show you why. Because that 4 jumps over 6. Because they connect. They don't need no 5. The 5 is the heaven space where they take up. It's in their hearts. And then when after that, look what's there. Number 2, which looks like a zoo and a 2. Okay, but you know what we do there? Because you got to go into the zoo. Okay, you have to get into one of these eggs over here. And then you have to have this position over here. There you go. There's your mother. There you go. And she turns you, and your mother turns you, and then the numbers turn around one more time. Boom! It says booze. It says booze, G. It says boogie. Boogie, 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 boogie den on. Boogie den on. Boogie den on. That's so funny. And you know what else is funny about this? Is that it also says October. Okay? These are October. Did you ever notice? Did you ever notice? Here's the first bunch of numbers of pi. Show me a 0. Where's the 0? Where's the 0? You don't see the 0? I'm going to show you the 0. See where that dot is? See that dot there? See that big thing around that? Right? You want to see? Okay. Look again. This is it. That little dot is in the back of my head. It's my mind. It doesn't mind its own business, but it doesn't cursive. You understand? When you write in cursive, everything comes tangled together. Then you've got the letters and dots and lines, and everything looks the same to me. Every time you look at somebody's cursive writing, oh my God, are you swearing? No, I'm not cursing. Anyways, the worst thing of the day, you know what it can be? It can be watch out for the catch of the day. Because when you begin the word catch, C-A-T, and if you're going for Chinese and it said catch of the day, just read the first 3 letters, C-A-T. It's the cat. And then the C-H is creation heaven, is how they cooked it up. Of the day, omega face, O-F, F on, F off, that's your face. Come in, get out. You see the face change. You put on a new face. They say, whoa, that face owns the mind of 7286. Don't let him in. But he's so cute. Don't let in 7286. He is dangerous to your mental stability. Anyways, so my fooling around with this, but this is the truth. This is actually 0 to 9. This is go, not no. On Monopoly Go, it would say 60. But if you turn this N to a Z, okay? If you turn this N to a Z, it says 2012, 2013, 2014. Skip over to 2016. And then we meet again. Look, Saturn meets Venus again. And two eggs of Pluto. The dog. Two dogs. Pluto the dog. We are the dogs, my friends. We are the dogs of the world. God, God, God. Oh my God, it's so insane. It's so insane. How come I'm not more excited than this to know this? Okay, we're going to go off on the brown dwarf star now. That, my friends, they are out there now. They are there. If our sky is telling us a true story, okay, they are there now, okay? Unless it's a fictive face and it's stretched out, like they stretch out and it looks far, far away, but it's like right over here because it has to pass through a door to get in. So they have to make like they're really coming from a far, far space. And then again, I mean, you ever take a look at the sun? That sun? Anyways, the brown dwarf star. I mean, what are you going to do here? It's a diamond that goes in here. You want to put it into a heart, you can make it into anything you want. But you want to know the biggest thing you can make it into? Number 3. What you can do with a couple of things, eh? Number 3. You see it? Look. Number 5. You don't see it? You don't see number 5. You don't see number 5. You see the number 5 now? Wait a second, it's a number 2. I'll decide, is it a 5 or is it a 2? Is it 52? I want to know what the Mayans want. Is it 5 or 52? I want them here right now. Where are those guys? Oh my God. Do you know how big they are? Holy Christ. They're the size of dinosaurs. I don't believe dinosaurs really actually existed. Those might just be the Mayans, you know. You know what I'm saying? Not bad, eh? But if you cut it off and you turn it on an angle, it's a V. And then you have a C. V, C, L. No, this is another V. 2 V's. 2 V's and a C. 44 and 3, 47. And that, my friends, is time heaven. That is the Christ, the number of Christ. It is the highest, lowest that you can get with the 7th gate. The maximum of the 1st level, okay, with the number 3 creator of the 7th level, number 7. The 1 spirit would be the 9 birth. If you got 1, you got 9. If you got 9, you got 1. If you got 1, you got 6. So if you got 6, you got 9. Now if you go into letters, it does the same thing. For some reason, they show 6 letters, right? But in my knowledge of the squares, I told you, this is what life's all about. Depending on how you can fit it into these squares, like look, here's a circle, like an egg. The egg is the 15th letter. So what is the value of this condensed dot? Okay? Since the egg is in this world, the value is 10. So that dot has a value of 10. But in God's world, where it's an X, okay, the dot is owned, okay, is owned by God. He owns that dot. So that's why you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And each dot you count is a value of 5. So I have to mark this down. It's because God is the owner of 8. Man is one of 9. He is actually one of the 8 that surround the 5 on your telephone. He is a birth of 9 transporter by 7 into the 8 heaven, where it's located in the 5 position. in which he is connected based on the delta angle, which is the electron or proton, whatever you want to do, with the angel connected up in the heavens, who's actually in a deep sleep right now while we're awake. And you don't want to die. I don't want to die. You don't want to die. Your angel's sleeping right now. And then again, in some situations, he sleeps during the day. He generizes you all day long. He generizes you for the whole night that you sleep in all your dreams of REM, because REM backwards is mare, and that means mother in the ocean of the world of the angel resident that we are in. Another thing I just wanted to say, in pi, there's a lot of things. It could be maximum of 7 numbers, okay? It could be a maximum of 10 numbers in series of 3, 3, 4. It could be a series of just 3 numbers. Then it can be, if it was a series of 7 numbers, it'd have to be 3, 1, 3. Unless you went 3 and finished this one, and then if you go from the one next to it, anything that you go next to is automatically E5, 3. Automatic. Why? Because it's in between. And that's what it goes in between. Center. In between. The 5 hole. That's the way it is. We were growing up with number 5 being in the center. You know what about number 5? I think the birds are number 5s. You know why? Because if a bird was a 5 and you got it in and you were playing golf, you'd have a birdie. Wow. You got a birdie. Well, how much is a birdie? Well, sometimes a birdie is 2. Sometimes a birdie is 3. And sometimes a birdie is 4. But I don't think I've ever seen any golf course where a birdie was 5. Don't you get it? 2, 3, 4. The other one is a hole-in-one. And you've got God's Spirit right up your, what's it called, luckier than shit right up your ass. I'm sorry to say it that way, but that's the expression God gives me right now to say. Yes, and when I do say the word God, it's not God. It's, you know, I'm going to tell you what it is. The Midway Angels, when they travel, okay, the word of God is written upon every book, okay? So when they transfer the word of God, they do not make like it is their word. They make like they took it out of that book, and these are the words that they're supposed to be used, okay? That's what the word of God is all about. We are all supposed to speak the word of God, because what would it be there for? Not for him. He don't have to write it down for himself. I think he can remember it. He's not a child, you know. So, everybody knows that it's going to end up tic-tac-toe. Hump, jump, skip, scotch. Scotch. Now you get back to the spirit again. You see, everything you know from what you can relate to is good enough for an answer. It's where you were in life. I just use my own views for what I see, but it's for what you see in life. They all connect together somehow, because it's what you say that counts. And only you know how much sense it makes. And if you like it or you don't, and if you want to continue, that's all I do. What day is it today? Oh, fuck. Almost the 31st. Anyways, I did this and I did that. Just going to go through a short thing I did on the alphabet. The alphabet, okay, is A to E. But they go A to F. F is on the second side. It's the 6th letter. Okay, it's the last part of the dice, because the 6 is only there only for connecting. You notice, like I said, everything is 1, or 1 in the center. You know what I'm saying? 2 and 2, 2 on one angle, 2 on the other angle. This 3 has 2 angles, but the 6 is all in 1, because this is a connecting house. This house connects as a roof. And how does it connect as a roof? There you go. There we go. Whoop. One more. There you go. There you go. I'm not really good at this, but this is basically it. This is the angle of everything in our world. How do I know? Okay, I can put my arm straight. Okay, but this is the true angle of the arm. Why? It must be pointed up towards the side of your head to create the triangle. Otherwise, you don't have the effect of what we were created for based on triangles. Do you know what I'm saying? So when I hold it like this, you see the angle? Or you see the angle of these fingers? Okay? It's almost like the same angle as the 3 dice. According to the way I see it, we're on spindle like this. See where it's high on one side and then it's low on the other side, and then it rises right up over here and then it's low over here. For those who don't know, these are islands, okay? And what happens, you can connect these islands and stretch them out. As long as you have one of these, you can stretch them out, okay? But when you get 2 of these, command and create, now you can start going. For every one of these you have, you can take up 60 degrees of the entire, let's say, space of a 360 degrees. Why? Because basically it's 2 triangles, one sitting on top of the other one, and you just go around. That's the way it is. How do I know what I know? Dreams. This is all I do. I look for what people don't look for. I don't. What is my success rate? I'm still single. I'm still happy, and I'm still interested in what I do. So my success rate for myself is good. Do I believe in any of my stuff? Oh my God. Holy, holy, holy. Let me get back to the dwarf star. I did the numbers. Brown, number brown, 72. Number of money, 72. The word red, 27. Brown and red. Dwarf, DW, 27. Just the D and W on dwarf is 27. When it starts with 27 and you got 27 and you got 29, it's an opening to something. These are not just planets coming. This is a plan to network. Plan to network. Dwarf star, dwarf, D 4 M, dwarf, MD star. And I'm just doing the letter count and I'm putting it up to different levels in the alphabet. Then the V star would be the 4. VDM 13, 13, 22, 35, 35, 39. Oh my God, the first 3 letters of M, 4, 13, and 22 equal 39. That means perfection. Oh my God. Then the numbers will always be right. If I'm right, my numbers will be right. My definitions might be wrong, but I am so sure, okay? Because you cannot be further off than one spirit. Because if you're further off than one spirit, you're touching another one. Because there's nothing more than an arm's length away in this world that you can't touch. And then if you can, your hands are up, or you're lying down, or you're in a circle. You're sitting with your legs crossed. It makes a dome completely around you. You're never without the matrix in this world. It's constant. It's constant, constant, constant. But just like the Mayans say, we're in for a conscience change. I definitely have been through a great change in the last 7 years. This is fantastic. That brown dwarf star is coming. There's a message. And I do not think the arrival will come until sometime after a disaster. I don't know. It's got to come before the Jewish New Year, that's for sure. That's September 15th. And I don't think it's going to do anything, but like I said, the 12th of June and then July 25th for like 10 days during that construction holiday is a porthole during that time for a couple of days. And it's the portal because the 25th of July is a Y25, and it's a Y inside the gates the 7th month of July. The 28th reverts back to the heavens of Beta, which is nothing can happen or should not happen on the 28th date. But the 29, okay, is Beta brings in 2 new items on the 29th of July. And on the 30th, Okay, that's when it's created, just like in pi. So on the 31st, whatever happened will have happened on the 30th of July. Otherwise than that, there's a portal of 7 days and 1 day. I'm not sure which way it works, which means 7 days and 1 day. It's actually 7 days and 2 days because you have to skip over 1 day. But the day you skip over is actually, this time you don't skip over because something came into the heaven. Now you have to see it. So normally you have 1 and you jump over 25 to 27, but this time you're stopping at 26 because on the 30th of the 7th month equals 37. 3 by 7 is 21. 2 and 1 is 3, that is creation, but 3 in the 7th month is 10, okay, and it is just an expression date in July. In any other month it would be different. Then on the 31st of July, which is actually the 7th month, reverse the numbers of 13, you would be the month of love, A to M, M the 13th letter, A to M. If you say A to M, it means love. Then we have August 1st, 8th month, first day, inauguration of something. Second day, 2 and 8, nothing can happen. Third day, 3 and 8 equals 2, nothing can happen. Fourth day, 4 and 8, 4 plus 8, 12. 1 and 2 get together. 1 and 2, 3, creation. The fourth day, 100 years since the war. 100 years since World War I, August 4th. This has been a big year, my friends, and so has the past. For all the numbers have gathered together in a time of joy, in a time of disaster, the tyranny that's out there, the freedom that has been lost. I am not hurting as much as most others. In fact, I'm really not hurting at all. Do I have money? Do I have anything? Do I have a phone? No, 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 no. I have no money. I have nothing. I got me. I got me, 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 me. And I got my mind. Enjoy, be well. Raphael 7286 in the constellation of Pegasus. May the brown star bring in good news. Because they say, when there's good, Ike, there is bad.